Hey guys, welcome to the TigerTek. On this video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Apple iPad keyboard. I know you can hook up your Bluetooth keyboard to the iPad, any Bluetooth keyboard, but I went ahead and got this one since it does have some functionality behind it. And if you want more details about the iPad, make sure you check out my channel for review and unboxing. So let's go ahead with a tour of the box right now. Let me just give you guys a quick, brief tour. So here we have an Apple logo. On the bottom, there isn't anything, pretty much. Another Apple logo, and at the back we have a picture of the iPad keyboard and dock, which is jointed together, and that's about it. Now for the moment you guys all been waiting for, let me take my big old unboxing knife and let's unbox this bad boy. Really looking forward to checking this out, see how the iPad balances on the keyboard. So let's rip the plastic off. Put that to the side. And let's open it. So right as soon as we open it, there's the keyboard. It's very similar to the Mac keyboard, the Mac Bluetooth keyboard, with no number pad though. So let's take a look what else we have inside the box. There isn't much, not even Apple stickers I believe, just instruction manual, and that's about it. Now let me put this to the side and let's check out the keyboard. So let me just go ahead and remove the plastic off the keyboard. I know you guys like this part. A lot of you guys like the sound. Then I'll give you guys a tour of the keyboard. The keyboard and the dock comes attached, so the keyboard does have some weight to it, especially near the dock. This is good because it would allow the iPad to stay secured and it won't tip over. And another nice feature is that it does have this rubberized coating, rubberized texture at the back, so this way no matter what type of surface you put this keyboard on, it won't slip and it will stay secured. So the keyboard does have your standard caps lock, tab, and all the alphabets, but as I was saying earlier, there are some specific keys just for the iPad. For example, instead of the escape key, you have a home key, and there's a spotlight key, there's your brightness settings, and there's also a key where you can press it and it would go into the slideshow mode. And it does have another button just for to have your on-screen keyboard pop up. So let's say if you want to quickly have your on-screen keyboard pop up, you can also do that. And there's also a blank key. I'm not too sure if you can set this to another function. I'm not really too sure about that. And then there's your playback, pause, fast forward, and the volume toggles. And there's also a lock key which can lock and unlock your iPad. Another reason to get the iPad keyboard is the ability to charge your iPad. So it does have the 30-pin connector, and also there is a line out so you can hook up your stereo speakers. I'm not sure if the iPad keyboard works on an iPhone. I have to test that out. Now let me just take my iPad and dock it onto the iPad dock. One thing to note here is that if you do have a case for the iPad, it will be very difficult unless if the case is thin. There's not much room to play with. So let me just give you guys a little quick tour. One thing that I did notice using this is that you don't have the functionality to toggle between the apps. For example, you can't use the left, right, center keys to toggle or press the enter key to enter into an app. The keyboard does have your regular keys that you would find on any other Mac keyboard. For example, you have the Command, Shift, Alt, everything else, but there are some iPad-centric buttons. So for example, let's say if we want to go into Home, when we're in Safari, we can just quickly press home and it takes you home, just as you would click on the regular home button. And if we click it again, it takes you to Spotlight, and if we click it again, it takes you back home. Another thing is, there's also a Spotlight button. Let's say if we're in a different screen, and if we want to quickly go into Spotlight, we could go ahead and just search for anything. So that's by clicking the Spotlight button. So another buttons are the adjusting for your screen brightness. This is very reminiscent of any Mac or MacBook Pros. There is the slideshow button, which turns your iPad into a picture frame. there's also another button. Let's say for example, if we go to mail and compose, I'll just write this is a test, and let's say if we want to bring up the soft keyboard, there's a button for that as well. So you can just go ahead and bring that up, close it. Let's go back home. There's also a blank button. I'm not sure if you would be able to customize this and use as a function key. I'm not very sure about that. And there's the rewind, play, fast forward. There's the volume toggle. And there's also a lock. For example, the lock button, let's say if we're in lock right now, we can unlock it. It's very different. Let's say if we were to lock from the regular way, it asks you to slide. But if we were to do it on the iPad keyboard, it doesn't. That's very nice. Thank you for watching, guys. And if you do like this video, make sure you click on the like button. It really does help. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please also do so. I do provide a lot of good content on technology and other tech related videos. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks again and take care.